Good to great starts out first with who, not what. What is what you're doing as an organization? Who is the people that are on your bus, the people that are on your team? And Good to Great says you don't start with a vision and an inspiring leader and then you get people to buy into that vision. You come over here and you start with your people. And you get the right people on your bus. And you get the right people in the right seat on your bus. And listen to me, even more importantly, you get the wrong people off the bus. And when you get the right people on the bus and the wrong people off, what you do will follow. And it may take time to figure that out as you turn that flywheel slowly, but the most important thing is the who, not the what. Now, Jim Collins calls these people A players. Who are A players? They're character-driven people again, who have a standard of excellence about what they do that requires them to settle for nothing less than that. And these are the type of people that you want to work for your company. This is the type of person that you want to be. This is exactly the opposite, the high-maintenance type of people that you'll find in an industrial age model. That person I told you about that thought I was the micromanager from hell, that person would never make it in a Good to Great company. They'd be off the bus. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is very important. This is something you really need to hear today. The right people will always lead you again to great results. The wrong people never will. Look again on page 8 in your notes about these A players. They will do everything within their power to build a great company, not because of what they will get for it, but because they simply cannot imagine themselves settling for anything less. Their moral code requires building excellence for its own sake. Now, my experience personally, and my experience in reading and talking with other leaders is this. The reason most companies cannot attract and keep A players is they're unwilling to pay the price to get the wrong people off the bus. A players do not like to work around people who are not committed to excellence. And they will not stay with you if that's the kind of environment that you have. Now, this reality must start at the top of your organization. I cannot stress this enough. This is my experience. A players will always hire other A players. They look for people that are smarter than they are, stronger than they are, more creative than they are, with a different skill set than they have. Why? A players' egos are not on the line. They have nothing personally at stake. They want to get the best people they can get to create the best team they can have so that it will impact their company in a positive way. On the other hand, this is not true about other people. And I've watched it over the years. B players will always hire C players. C players will always hire D players because that's the kind of people they want to report to them. They're intimidated by people that are as good as they are or smarter than they are, and they don't want them around them. They always want to be able to lead people that they can influence because they're better than they are. Now, if this is happening in your company today, and B players are hiring C, and C are hiring D, imagine the impact of that on your entire organization. It's a fatal flaw. Another manifestation of this problem is this. Most companies in an industrial age model, they're trying to prevent failure primarily instead of ensuring success. So what do? They take their A players, their best people, and put them in nothing but crisis management to clean up all the messes that the B, C, D players are making. Rather than taking your best people, instead of crisis management, put them on the greatest opportunities for your company for the future. This is a radical difference. It's something that you must be willing to deal with as a leader in your company. I thoroughly enjoyed the way one Wells Fargo executive put it. Look in your notes on page 8. The only way to deliver to the people who are achieving is not to burden them with the people who are not. Great statement. Now, Good to Great leaders understand 3 simple truths. Look in your notes on page 9. First, if you begin with who, you can more easily adapt to a fast-changing world. If people get on your bus because of where they think it's going, you'll be in trouble when you get 10 miles down the road, and you need to change direction because the marketplace is ever-changing. Second, if you have the right people on your bus, you don't need to worry about motivating them. And folks, this is incredibly important to me as a leader. The right people are self-motivated. Nothing beats being a part of a team that is expected to produce great results. Third thing, if you have the wrong people on the bus, listen to this, nothing else matters. You may be headed in the right direction, but you still want to achieve greatness. Great vision with mediocre people still produces mediocre results.